To the moon, one human family. On to Mars, one human family. Asteroids, one human family. Jupiter, one human family. Saturn's rings, one human family. Uranus, one human family. Neptune, one human family. Kuiper Belt, one human family. Pluto, one human family. Planet 9, one human family. Interstellar, one human family. Back to Earth, 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 one human family. Back to Earth. Back to California, back to Los Angeles, back to Sherman Oaks, one human family. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Mike Mongo. Better get a hold of that, right? We're gonna need that if we're doing a show, if we're having a class, if it's me and you together at last. Better put the name tag on fast. Do you see how this works? Look, there's magnets. Cool, right? I love them. I love this. This is one of my favorite little things. These are cadmium magnets. Look, they're really snappy. Back to Earth, one human. Back to California, back to Los Angeles, one human family. Greetings and salutations. My people, it is I, Mike Mongo, astronaut teacher. It is you, student, space explorer, human heir from planet Earth. I see you there. And we are good. Welcome to Mike Mongo's Astronaut Adventures. Pow, pow, pow. You made it once again. Episode 49 in the house. Yep, we getting it going on live. You know how we do it. You know what? I love making voices and sounds. You know how we do it? Do it. I'm gonna put this one over here. Guess where I went? I went to Florida. I flew on an airplane in the pandemic. Wow, it was unnerving. It was. You think I wasn't nervous? You are incorrect. I was nervous indeed. I was nervous. Oh. Getting everything put back together. You know, it's been a little bit. It's been a solid week since you and I had a conversation. Can you believe that? But it's true. But it's true. Beady, but it's true. Yeah. So, all the pieces and parts, everything is in place and ready to rock. Let's get ready to rumble. Can you believe it? Look, it's here. Look, here is the deep space field. Here is the solar system. Here is me. There is you. There's our whiteboard. There's our laptop. There's our cool stickers. There's the book, Mike Mongo's Astronaut Instruction Manual. Here's our sponsor, Yuri's Night. Google yurisnight.com. Boo-ba-da-bing. And sponsored, of course, by One Human Family. This is the official philosophy of the city Key West, where I just was. All people are created equal members of One Human Family. And our friend, the United Launch Alliance. You know, we have some stuff going up on the next Atlas V Starliner. That'll be happening this year. We're gonna do episode live. You know, if we're lucky, we'll see, because still pandemic. And there's the human air symbol. You know, I've got this available on t-shirts and stuff. So you can, if you need to get a t-shirt, let's see, I should put the link up. And then, if you need to get stuff like this sheet, I mean, like, this is a solid blanket. I love it. I mean, it's one of my favorite things. And one of my favorite students, all kinds of kids got the shirts now. Gosh, And we got the free sticker thing going on, and I got 1,000 replies to that. Can you believe 1,000 people are getting free stickers? That makes me happy too. And look, when like I don't know if you remember. Let me see. There was a little thing that was over here. There was a package, a box, and it was this big, and there was another package inside that box. It was this thing right here, and I've been waiting to open this. Oh my gosh! So without further ado, we're gonna open up this box, me and you, because it's so cool. And I've seen videos, and I gotta show you this. I've been wanting to open it because I need it, and I'll show you what for. So look, can you tell what that is yet? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? I bet if there's a grown-up watching, they do. By the way, if there's a grown-up watching, check this out. Look, you can go to MikeMongo.com and click on buy Mike a tea. Buy Mike a tea, buy Mike a coffee. It's up to you. Very much appreciated. That's how this whole thing rolls. That's really cool. And if you haven't already, be sure and subscribe. That makes all the difference in the world. Am I happy to be here? You better believe I am. So check it out. All right. You better believe I am. Yeah, I really am. Great googly boogly. It's so fresh. All right, check it out. Look at this. What is this? What do you think this is? Look, this is a utility knife. So like this side is the flat side. Oh, no, that's the flat side. This is really not a sharp knife. It's just really for cutting plastic and stuff. So otherwise you have to be really careful. We should always be careful with stuff like this. No running with even utility knife. Even if this is a big extra sharp butter knife in a way, you still don't run with it. Like when I was a kid. Hey, don't run with knives. Like obvious, right? But good to be reminded of. No harm in that. All right, so here is this thing. How do I do this? All right, so I'm gonna put you up here. Gimbal, thanks for being with us, Gimbal. You're always welcome. Gimbal the robot, holding up the camera for us, keeping us in track. All right, so then how would I do this? All right, so right about now. All right, so then I think I do it this way. How does it unroll? I open it here. Yeah, I got it. This is it. Are you watching? Good. All right, so it's sealed right here, and it's going to really have a exciting expression of identity. It's going to have an exciting expression of identity. Have you figured out what it is yet? You're about to see. I love tools. A knife is a tool. I love hammers, I love screwdrivers, I like that kind of stuff. Very useful. You know, somebody invented this. Somebody at some point, one of our ancestors said, something really sharp could be extra useful, like for cutting stuff. Somebody must have figured it out. Somebody smart like you, I bet. Almost all the way through. You know, when you're almost done, you're like, oh God, I gotta take a break. But when there's a saying, when you're about to break through something, when you're about to break through like a door, when you're pushing through something, an obstacle, not a door, but an obstacle or a challenge, we don't take a rest like I'm taking a rest right now. At the end, we keep on going. That's when we double down. That's when we get to keep going. So even though we're almost done, now is the time to continue. We're almost there. Look, we're so close. Isn't it funny how at the end it becomes a little more difficult? Always. And that is because anything we're doing is difficult. Anything worth doing is hard. And everything worth doing is difficult. And if it wasn't, everybody would do it. Come on. You know this. Oh my Google, I'm so excited. Oh, there was 2 pieces of plastic there, no wonder. No wonder it got thicker at the end. Got it. You know, where I'm from, the islands, like in Jamaica, kids kids use knives like every day, like kids in the States use forks and spoons because they're trained how to use them. In a lot of countries, here, join me. Hi. In a lot of countries, oh, you know what I can do? Watch this. I have tools. I have extraordinary tools that are amazing and very futuristic. One is called lighting. And then it will enable us to be brighter when I'm having a conversation with you. Look, am I brighter? I'm a little brighter. I think I can make it even more brighter. All right, cool. Brighter. Yeah, so these tools, students use tools like this. This is a hand knife in Jamaica. And again, it's not, you can keep it sharp, but it's not very sharp at all. Of course, it's pokey. That's a different kind of sharp. But this is very handy for kind of stuff like plastic and for like cardboard. Like right here, if I wanted to cut cardboard. Very handy. And that's not dangerous. Not when you're intelligent. So our job, we're training for space. Of course, we're going to be intelligent, right? All right, here we go. Ready for the surprise? What is it? Can you tell yet? Yeah, I've been waiting to open this up. Can you hear it? Oh, can you hear it? Can you tell what it is now? He's dead. So funny. Isn't it amazing? What is that? What is that sound? Oh, weird. Surprising. There's another phone here. Okay. It's a mattress. That's how we pack and ship mattresses nowadays here in the future. Amazing, right? One of the students who I've been working with forever heard that I had a problem with my bed and sent me this as a gift. How cool is that? I hope it works. I think it will. And I gotta tell you, I don't know, here's the funny thing. I've actually got more than one mattress as a gift before in my life. And we don't really think about mattresses being shipped. But this is a special kind of mattress that opens up with air. So it got compacted down, a vacuum sucked it and made it really tight and small, and then rolled it all up, and then that's how it's shipped. Now what the amazing thing is, here, I'll put this over here. I'm gonna show you something. Something amazing. We'll recycle this. We'll figure out what to do with it. The amazing thing is, check this out. Look at this. So there's my Conch Republic flag. Lay that out. I've had this for a while. Where I'm from is called the Conch Republic. It's in Key West, Florida. It's part of the One Human Family idea. See? So there's the Conch Republic flag. It was on this. This is the box This is the box the mattress shipped in. Look. Isn't that crazy? Oh, wait. Oh, I got this. Paka paka. Paka paka. Paka paka. Look. Now, we would not have been able to do that without engineering. This is why having a degree in engineering and materials and design. Oh yeah, industrial design. Like that mattress fit in that box. How cool is that? And I mean, it's solid and it's got springs. It's a real solid mattress. Wow. So there you go. Look at that. Cool, right? Baka baka. Baka baka. Broke a sweat. So there you go. I've been wanting to do that and show you how that mattress fits in that box, and how when we open it up, it's all a vacuum and it just draws in the air. I've been wanting to show you that for so long, and I just haven't had the opportunity, and we just did it. I'm so happy about that. My googly moogly. Now I get to pick up the stuff. Don't leave knives on the ground. I put the knife away someplace safe. So that's pretty handy. And then all this plastic, I'm sure we can use this for something. I'm definitely not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna fold it up and use it like a sheet. Got the silica gel that came in there. And then I usually keep this stuff with my electronics because it's a good absorber for, see, there's already another packet in there. This absorbs humidity, which is good to keep around electronics. Though here in Los Angeles, to tell you the honest to goodness truth, it's actually very dry. Where I was in Key West, Florida, was very humid. And so hold on one second. So in Key West, Florida, it felt like it was raining all the time. Here in Los Angeles, it's actually very dry. And so even though I'm a little verklempt right now, a little verklempt, a little moist. I'm a little moist. And even though it's that way, paka, 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 paka. My shiny forehead. Paka, paka. All right. So we're back in the game. Wow. Wow. That seems like a little bit. It was a lot. Look, that's the mattress. There's the plastic. Knives back up where it belongs. So there's the plastic that's shipped with the stuff. And there is the, hey, come on. There is the mattress, and there is the box it shipped in. Still amazing for me to look at that. That big mattress fit in that little box. So cool. And that's industrial design. And we use stuff like that for space travel all the time. And that's one of the jobs that you could be doing in the future. If you have never thought about doing industrial design, Google industrial design career, and you'll see how it is. Oh, what's going on over here? It's kind of fun to put it up there. Hey, look, deja vu. Look at that handsome fella right there. Hey, you got something right here. Let me. That's me. So yeah, I was in Florida. I went to Key West. That's a little island at the very end of Florida. It's tiny. It's 2 miles by 4 miles, and that's where I'm from. And my son Raphael lives there, and it's been pandemic, and we haven't seen each other this entire time. But he grew 4 inches, so it was time for me to go see him. That's a fact. We talk on FaceTime all the time, and IG and all these different platforms. So that happened. And what I saw while I was traveling was that a lot of people are taking precautions about the pandemic, which is great, because remember, quarantine is space mission training. And so when we go anywhere, even if we're going to the store, it's like going on a spacewalk, and we have to take all the appropriate precautions, which I certainly did. I carried sanitizer, and I carried gloves, and I carried 2 masks, and I carried a bandana, and I carried goggles, and I had all of these belongings that I carried with me wherever I went before I got home in Key West. Once I was home in Key West, it was easy to quarantine again. So going from Spaceship Studio right here in Los Angeles, California, all the way over to Florida, to a space station over there. That was like my habitat over there, was an adventure. And then making the journey again was like another adventure. And I noticed that some people are better space explorers than others. Like some people are really well equipped and ready for it. Oh wait, is there like some sort of like infinite loop going on right here? How did I never know we could do that? Oh my Google. I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. There's a 37-second lag between what you see on the screen and me. How about that? Watch. The other guy's going to turn his head too. Watch. It's so cool. I dig it. So, look, here he goes. He's turning his head now. He already has. Look, he's counting. Oh, now he just started to count. Now he's back in the game with me. And this guy's going to turn his head over here. And then this guy. And then this guy. And then this guy. And so on. And so on. And so on. And that is the fun of all this. So listen. I did a live show from the wilderness. I don't know if you caught that one. I'm posting it up today. That's episode 48. And this is for episode 49. And episode 50 is on its way. And we're going to have a super special guest for episode 50. You know, I'm really, really grateful for you being here and checking and everything like that. And thanks for being patient with me while I was traveling. It was not an adventure that I was looking to do. It was an adventure that I got to do. That's the way to look at it. Sometimes there's adventures that we have to do, and we can look at it that it's an obligation or it's an opportunity. So an obligation is something that we have to do, that we're resistant to doing. And an opportunity is something that we get to do, that we welcome and we embrace. And any job or any work can be either or. It's how we look at it. Kind of like the same way we look at, are we excited or are we nervous? Have you ever noticed, I mentioned before, have you ever noticed how excited and nervous are sort of the same feeling? Like, isn't that kooky? It's pretty cool, right? Excited is the same feeling as nervous. It's how we feel about it. It's like, that's the thing. Do we feel good or do we feel bad? If we feel good about the feeling, we call it excited. If we feel bad about the feeling, we call it nervous. So, here, hold on. Let's see if I can, greetings and salutations. Just wanted to. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. This week, by the way, is the week that I think it was determined that Pluto is not a genuine planet. We call it a dwarf planet now. And you know, it doesn't really affect my love for Pluto. Like, Pluto is a part of who I am. And maybe Pluto is a part of who you are. I think Pluto is a part of who you are. You're from the same solar system as me. So, look, I added a little Pluto over here. Since it wasn't on the tapestry, there's Pluto right there. And we visited Pluto one time, and I love the photos of all that, those images. Those are really super, super awesome. So, we have been, and that travel, that experience, my Google, that really was an enormous experience. It was a big deal. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news in the same way that I have. However, I've got in my head that we're at a time that's really dangerous. Now, interesting thing about that, another interesting thing, all these interesting things, is that space travel is also very dangerous. So, I'm nervous about pandemic, but I'm excited about space travel. See the difference? See what I said? It's how we feel about it. So we can be excited about pandemic. We can be excited about the adventure. Like, I was excited about the adventure it just took. It was a big deal. I haven't traveled since March. And in the before, I used to travel all the time. And then this time, I got to take all these extra precautions. And it was just like traveling another world outside of Earth. There's precautions that we take. It's not that big a deal, really. Not if we're really into it like you are and I am. We're into it. We're in it to win it. So being astronauts in training like you are, you have the opportunity to re-examine pandemic and re-examine quarantine and reframe it so that quarantine is space mission training. In fact, the way that I look at it is that every student that has passed through quarantine, and it'll be 1 year in January pretty much for everybody, has accomplished something that no other students before them in our lifetimes, for 100 years actually, has accomplished. You are accomplishing something significantly different. It's forever going to change you and give you skills that you get to carry with you for the rest of your life. You're going through this moment, which you didn't have anything to do with. Nonetheless, you persevered, and look how you shined in doing it. Yet, did you face challenges? Yes. Did you succeed in all of them? Who knows? If you're like me, probably not. There's some that I was not so great at, and that I learned a lesson from, and then I apply it every day now. And so, like the way that I ate food and drank food, and the way that I looked at Netflix and Amazon Prime and stuff like that was totally different in the before than it is now. How I look at stuff now and how I interact with stuff and how I use media is so different than how I used it before. I watch a lot more on YouTube and Netflix and TikTok and IGTV and all of these channels, Disney Channel and Apple TV and Hulu, all of these channels. I watch a lot more. I make an arrangement. Here's what I do. Because I'm with myself a lot these days, as probably you are, I time it so that I make an accomplishment and then I do a little content, or I play a video game, and then I have it for a certain amount of time, how long I do that, and then I go back and then I have another thing on my list that I achieve. Sometimes it's art. Sometimes the thing I have on my list is to make a new drawing. Sometimes it's haiku, like to create a new poem. Sometimes it's finish a website because I like designing websites, or graphic design because I like designing logos. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do. And each thing that I do leads to the development of a skill. And then the stuff in between, like watching TikTok for half an hour, that frees my mind. And that's pretty much what we would be doing if we were journeying from Earth to Mars. So that's really important. You get to do all this stuff. I read a lot too. I read all the time. Look, I have a really old Kindle. It's black and white. This is my Kindle. And it's one of the ones with ads, which is cool, but I don't mind. And it's Wi-Fi too, and it downloads books, and it has a light on it and all kinds of stuff. Old. This is my mom's. She left it for me. I love it. And I use that all the time. So I have reading time as well. And reading time is funny because reading time is relaxation time and accomplishment at the same time. I count it as both. And even the stuff that I watch, like the content that I watch, that counts as both too. So I am really conscientious of what stuff I watch. Sometimes I watch TED Talks. Have you ever seen a TED Talk? Gosh, there's some good ones. Oh my Google. So that's how I use content to train for space. And that's the way that I recommend you do it as well. Schedule it. So the 30 minutes on and 30 minutes off, 30 minutes on and 30 minutes off. And that works out. By the way, my friends at Dexter Live have programming, school programming that you can include in your content diet. So you could just go to Dexter Live and watch some of those videos, like you watch TED Talk videos. They have really great educational videos, good stuff. And some of my friends send me stuff to watch, and I watch that during these times. I schedule it. And like I said, I schedule drawing time. Like that's my drawing time. In the morning, I schedule writing time. That's when I write. And I recommend the same for you. Have you ever tried creating a schedule? It's really pretty fun. Look, check it out. I'll show you. You know, I'm a big fan of Sharpie markers. I love Sharpie, but you got to be careful because, wait a second. Sharpies will go through onto other surfaces. Wardrobe. Welcome to the wardrobe. So, schedule works like this. Let's see if we can find a piece of clean paper. I think we can. Cool. There we go. Look, just like that. Pop, pop, out. Okay, here. All right. So basically, let's say I get up a little late. Let's say 7 a.m. People get up at different times, so don't stress if your time is different than my time. Okay. Getting this all in here. 7 a.m. Now, usually I get up a little earlier than that, but for me, 7 a.m. is hot tea, or coffee. Look, make sure it's not going through. Don't want to draw on the floor or the table. Hot tea or coffee. So that's 7 a.m. So that's 30 minutes. And then around 7:30, I'm going to make my bed. Make bed. And then the bathroom, which I call toiletries. And that's like personal hygiene, showering, bathing, using the toilet, make bed 7:30 a.m. So I'm done with that by 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock a.m. Then I do social media and stuff at that time. And that can be a time suck, what people call time suck. That just draws you in like a black hole. Social media. So for me, that means IG, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, just a quick look, and Reddit. I'll probably stay on Reddit the longest. And then, so that is going to actually bring me to, for me, that's going to bring me to 9 o'clock. I'll usually do an hour of that. Oh, I forgot. Also, emails is in here. Big time. So 9 o'clock, like people send me, like you'll send me an email, and this is the time that I write emails. So then 9 o'clock is when, if it's a day, today, I'm getting ready for the show. I'll make calls. So 9 a.m. is calls. And then probably finish with that by 9:30. And I want you to know that I'm almost certainly drawing about this time. Drawing robots probably. And then by 10 o'clock a.m., ready for show. Now there's some prep, so that's preparation. I'll do music this time. And then a lot of times I'll dance. You like to dance? I love to dance. It's fun to dance. And then 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. is showtime. And then that goes on till 12 p.m. And then from 12 to 12:30, 12 p.m., that's noon, that's lunchtime. 12 p.m. is noon, so I'll write down 12 p.m. noon. And then I will say, usually I sit in the sun and chill. I debrief. I chill out after the show for 30 minutes, and then 12:30. I'm back on. So then usually I'll do some computer work at this time. And that's gonna last me, believe it or not, that's gonna last me probably till 2 p.m. That's an hour and a half, maybe 2:30. And then I sometimes at this time I go to the store, so groceries. Depends on if I need groceries or not. But that gives you an idea how to make a schedule. And then, like it goes on the rest of the day. But I go to bed around 10 p.m. There's no reason, and because I usually actually get up earlier than this. I usually get up around 5 and start writing. Like I do writing from 5 to 7 a.m. So sometimes the hot coffee will start a little earlier than 7 a.m. And then this will go on till 10 or 11. By 8 o'clock, I'm wrapping it up, and I like to watch, that's when I watch a movie or something around 8 p.m. But now you have an idea how to make a schedule. And this is super handy. Oh, my Google. Yes, indeedy. So that is that's a handy tool for sure. Paka paka. When I was traveling, I got to see all kinds of, like, one of the things about going to Key West is I flew to Orlando. I keep my car in Orlando because it's closer to Cape Canaveral, and I used to go to Cape Canaveral a lot. So I got a friend, Andy Hatch, who is one of the students I saw with the Human Airs t-shirt, and it looked great. And you know how proud I was of him? Wow, he's one of the first students I ever worked with, and he is studying astronautics now. He is a mechanical engineer, and he's fantastic. So I got to see him because that's where my car is. So I got to drive down from Orlando. And when he came and picked me up, he was wearing the Human Airs t-shirt. This logo right here, the new Human Airs t-shirt. He's wearing this. That's the logo. And he has one. And if anybody deserves one, it's him, because I've known him since he was like 8 and now he's like 24. So that is like 16 years. Yeah. So he's been doing the work. He definitely earns what's going on here? Gimbal. And he's definitely earned his shirt. So that is really cool. And then I got to drive down from Orlando to Key West, which is actually 8 hours, an 8-hour drive. And I didn't mind at all because I've only been here in Spaceship Studio since March. And so going out and seeing the world was just like getting in a spaceship, like a spaceship out, like a little spaceship that drives around the moon, like a lunar lander kind of thing. And I drove from Orlando to Key West, and then when you get to the Keys, the Keys are little islands. And so there's a one road in and one road out. And you get to that one road, and then you're just driving from island to island to island. And it was like driving from asteroid to asteroid to asteroid. And then I get to Key West, and it is like landing at the moon base that I'm going to go visit, and where my son was. And it was great. And his sister, and their mom, and my family, and all these people that I wanted to hug, but I really couldn't hug. So we all did elbows, whoop, whoop. And that was worthwhile. That was great. I saw some of the people I love the most, people I've grown up with. And I had some good home cooking at my buddy Tony Espinosa's place. He always makes me this rich Cuban coffee that is so good. Deep and sweet. And cheese bread. Good stuff. And my buddy Palmenta made me lobsters and crabs that he pulled out of the ocean. And some people don't eat any animals, and even sea animals. And I was raised on them, and we're very much sensitive to the fact that we ourselves are food too. So when you grow up and you grow around the ocean, you realize that when you jump in the ocean, you could be somebody else's snack or dinner. It's the truth. There's big fish out there that could eat us up. So we take precautions not to be eaten in the same way that the fish and the crabs and the lobsters work hard not to get eaten. And my father-in-law, when I was married, he would say he said good life, one bad day. My wife's dad. And he would say good life, one bad day. And that's what it is for a lobster that you catch. They have a great life and then one bad day into the pot. And that's kind of fair because they would eat us up too. That's a lot of thinking and thought that I just presented in front of you. There's a lot of ideas right there. And that is why the travel was so exciting, because it really was like a space mission. There was so much to think about all the time, really. And I've got a bag that I brought with me, my pack. You know, this blue bag, this is the bag that I carry with me whenever I do performances or shows, or this is pretty famous, like it's got a space shuttle on it. And this is my new bag, so check this out. So this bag I carried with me, and this right here. So what's in here? Disinfectant wipes. They smell like alcohol right now. And then more disinfectant wipes. That's from the airline. And then rubber gloves. Carried those, wore those, and then all kinds of stuff like this stuff comes in super handy. Hand sanitizer. Got to have good hand sanitizer. It is 75% alcohol, has to be to kill coronavirus. And those are just basic. These are basic stuff that we get to practice and use when we're traveling with quarantine and with pandemic. And again, a good reminder, it's just like space travel. Like when we leave space and we go into a space station, we disinfect. When we're on Mars, for instance, I've got a bunch of friends who work on Mars missions, and we think that there is a kind of salt, I've talked about it before, on Mars called perchlorate, which is very poisonous to us as humans. And so we would have to take extra precautions to make sure that we don't get any of that on us. So that when we would enter a chamber, if we as human beings were on Mars and moving around, we would enter a chamber and we would disembark, get out of our suit, make sure not to get any of the soil on us that was poisonous before we would go into the space station. So that cleansing is very similar to the disinfecting we do before. Like I always leave my shoes right here at the door. I leave my shoes right there. Like these are special shoes that I wear just for the show. And the shoes I leave over here at the door, I wipe off. I leave them at the door. I go in and wash my hands, and then I come back and I wipe them off with bleach and water before I put them away over here. Bucka bucka. And I do that every single time. Now that kind of discipline is not simple. I'm 55. It took me a lifetime to learn that. So I know that as parents, we remind students, like if you have your parent probably reminds you to do stuff the right way all the time, and that is a-okay. That's what we're gonna do, and that's what you're gonna do. And when it's your turn, you're gonna be reminding people just like people reminded me. You're gonna be doing that, and that's awesome. And that's part of the deal. That's a legacy. It's a heritage and a tradition. I do it, you do it. Then you pass it on to the next person, just like somebody passed it on to me who was here before I got here. So being born is kind of like being born into a video game that's already in play, which is kind of cool when you look at it that way. So, all right, this is episode 49, and we're getting ready for episode 50. I'm super excited. We're gonna have an extra special guest, and I am really glad to be back on track with you. I hope you had a great week while I was away, and thanks for sticking around. And thanks to everybody who sent in a request for a sticker. We're sending them out a few at a time. My friends at United Launch Alliance may be helping us with that because there are so many, over 1,000. What? So if you need one of those stickers, just go to the website and click on free sticker and then put in the information. Okay? And last but not least, I thought about you the entire time. being here with you makes a lot of difference in my life. It means the world to me. When people say it means the world to them, when something means the world to me or means the world to you, it means that everything in the whole world has the same value as this. Being here with you. Like the whole world. Like there's a lot in this world. But what gives anything in the world value is love. It's love. It's real, genuine love. It's from the heart love. Not like I love to play baseball, though that could be something. Or I love to play Minecraft, and that could be something too. But it's actually the relationships that we have in life that make a difference. Like I know who you are. You're the future. And I get to interact with the future. And that is a mighty big responsibility, but it's even better than a responsibility. It's exciting. It doesn't make me nervous, it makes me excited. I feel good about it. You're gonna create a future that is beyond my imagination, and I am looking forward to seeing what you create. I'm looking forward to you. All the thoughts that you're thinking right now, the pictures that you're drawing, the words that you're writing to yourself about what the future looks like. Wow, I'm excited about this. You can imagine things I can't imagine. And that makes me proud. I'm honored to be here with you. Thanks for letting me in your life. Thanks for being there. And thanks for making a future the way you're making it. It's gonna be amazing, just like you. All right, on that note, catch me outside. In the words of my people, you're awesome. In the words of my people, I love you. And in the words of my people, pow, pow, pow.